Hello farmers and welcome back to the hills of Tuscany, a beautiful fall September day. Almost. I woke up and it was raining, but the rain has come to an end. But today in September, it is time to harvest the sunflowers and sugar beet. So I thought I was going to be bringing it back in October, but I felt like that was progressing maybe too much. And then at that point, if I did get to October, I could probably finish the series at that point anyways, which means one more episode. So I'm going to break it up to this episode and then one more right after this one. And that'll be the last one of Hills of Tuscany. Meanwhile, what I did get done in between episodes is I got the grass fields cut. 2.5 loads of the grass went into the haymaker, which I'm giving the cows right now. And one load, wait, was it one load? Yeah, one load went into making silage. Is that correct? Yes, that's what I did. All the vegetable fields and the potato fields have been harvested. Of course, the potatoes went into making potato chips, and the vegetables all went into the preserved food until that was full of each crop type, and then the rest was put into be making some soup. The sugar beet is for next month. I always think sugar beet's in September, and I keep getting that wrong. But all the fields, as you can see, have been harvested. I decided not to prep and plant fields. I figured we're not going to be here. What does it really matter? So everything is just going to be a follow as far as I'm concerned. The next farm manager can take over. I did get the rest of the straw off this field, so that is all set. We are low on straw, basically. Actually, where am I? I'm right here. Yeah, so right now the cow barn is kind of full of straw. We are in September, and that's got to last me till June. That's not going to happen. I'm thinking maybe when we get done here next episode, if I got some money, I'll just buy another field and kind of pretend like the next farm manager will have more than enough for the next following season. But if we do look, though, I mean, the cows have produced a huge amount of solid fertilizer. I think we got over 500,000 liters now. 519,000 liters. I'm not going to be using any of it, but that is good enough to get our fields done for the following season. And also we're up to 735,000 liters of slurry. Oh yeah, I did sell some bull cows. I got up to 75 cattle. Pen holds 80. So I sold about, what did I sell? About 15? Yeah, probably like 15, somewhere around there, of the bulls. No, none of the females, of course. So yeah, we're all set in the cow barn. I thought I was going to be able to sell some today, but I don't think I got any cows since I sold any of the bulls. Well, this is going to be a key component for today, the sunflowers. Yeah, so forget the sugar beet. I'm wrong on that again. We're going to have ourselves a worker harvesting the sunflowers because, yeah, I need to sell some stuff. Not for the money. I don't. Well, I need $1,740,000 more to have the loan paid off. That's currently where we stand. But the milk tanker is full of milk. The bakery, oh sorry, not the bakery, the dairy production is full of milk, and the cows need water, so I need the tanker. So I need to sell some milk, and the butter and cheese is actually a pretty good price today, so I want to go ahead and sell that. So we'll sell some products, maybe pay a little bit off the loan, but we are going to get to the month of October. It's not going to take us long to harvest these sunflowers while we sell some stuff. And then we get to the cotton harvesting and the sugar beet harvesting and the soybean harvesting. That is what is going on here. Just get this spun around. Shouldn't take too long with a worker. This header will allow a harvest speed of 9 miles an hour, which is pretty darn quick. Let's go ahead and get ourselves one of the Franks to go ahead and do it. And we do got the trailer over here. I want to get this done as soon as possible. Number of headlands, I will do 2. Because we don't have any sunflower oil currently. And that means we only got one production of... Oh, for a minute I thought I was laying a swath of... I was like, looks like it's trying to lay a swath of sunflower chaff. I was like, is that a thing? I don't think so. Wait, where are you going? Where are you going? What is going on there with course play? You should be doing the headland. Unless I set you off for the next headland, didn't even know it. Alright, well I have to... It is doing the first headland, but it's not right up to the edge of the field. Alright, course play. Close enough, I guess. Let me double check this. Are my settings correct for course play? Let me start you back off here. Do I have an offset on this or something? I don't think I do. Working with 12. One tool. Headland smooth. Headland overlap. Field up and down. Roads to skip. Angles. Bypass mode. Field margin. Is this a 12 meter wide header? 12 meter wide. Or did course play finally fix itself? Hey, this is not a good start. I'll just start it here and see what it does. Well, that is very interesting. I hope it doesn't leave like little rows as it did on the the soybean field. But you know, I need to get things done. All right, so let's just try to ignore that as much as I can. Where's my truck? Oh, my truck is down here because I was thinking I had a lot of candy to move when I didn't, but we can load some of this up and move it. So April will be our last month here in the hills of Tuscany, so it seems like it's far away, but since we're really not doing nothing but harvesting and selling, yeah, it's not going to take too long to get there. We only got a handful of fields left to harvest. Sunflowers, sugar beet, 2 cotton fields, and the soybean field. Alright, candy shop should be good to go for a while. Perfect. Let me leave this trailer here. And we got to go grab the milk and sell that. The milk, I think, is going to the 0km shop. We just got way too much milk in storage. And then we'll grab the trailer that I just dropped off here. And, yeah, I probably should have brought the trailer up, actually, because the dairy production is up in this corner of the map. And we'll go grab the butter and the cheese, and we'll bring that to the farmer's market. So we could pay off a little bit of the loan before we go to bed here in September, and then sell some more stuff in October. We got the raisins and the white grape juice that's still sitting up at the vineyard that needs to be taken care of. Can't remember if this is full or is it like 3/4 full. Well, it's almost full. Let's go ahead and we'll get the last 8%. Just need to back right up to the wall. Alright, down to the 0km shop. So I do have some potato chips and preserved food, and the soup seems like it's producing awfully slow. We are making the 3 soups for each vegetable, and then we are making the triple soup as well. So maybe just by distributing it as much as we are, maybe that's why it doesn't look like it's accumulating as much. Alright, so it doesn't look like it's going to be missing anything on the headland, so I'll just have to get around the edge of the field a little bit. Alright, no biggie. So the milk is at a decent price today. It's not at the best, of course, but it's a very decent price. But like I said, the cow barn was almost full of milk. The dairy production is full of milk. The tanker is now full of milk. So, I gotta do something with it. And it's time to sell. The 0km shop is my favorite place to visit because it's such tight corners. See if I can maneuver in here without actually hitting the hedge. Not my field here, so I'll just go in their crops. They don't mind. The collision on these head... Okay, never mind. I think once or twice I got through here without hitting the hedges or hitting the corner of the shop. Alright, we're just going to scrape the tanker alongside here. So let's give ourselves a little bit of assistance. I know a few of you that were playing on this map when I started. A lot of you said, yep, we got rid of those hedges right away. I think this will get us over $100,000 in the bank account. Last month was a really good month for the wind turbine. I think I actually made $20,000 overnight. We still have that loan interest payment, of course, which we'll check on in just a second, because I kind of forgot what it was. Just under, so we made $50,252 on that. Not too bad. But yeah, I think we're paying just a little over $5,000 on loan interest. All right, $5,800, so that's not too bad. And where is my property income? So that's the wind turbine that we're seeing here. So 19,000. Must have been a calm day to get only 10, 18, 22, 20. Been pretty darn good. Yeah, so I got almost $15,000 from selling those moo cows. So a decent amount of income coming from them. And by selling them, it's going to save me a little bit on the feed, which I'm getting kind of low on. The TMR production... Sorry, I get nervous with the cars on this corner. The TMR production is not really keeping up with the cows, so whatever it produces, though, it's nice. I don't have to use as much grass, which, of course, being made into hay. Right, let's zip on up there and we'll give the cows some water. I'm just going to fill the tanker with the easy developer mod just because the water is free anyway, so it just saves me on some time. See how the worker's doing here. You're not missing a whole bunch, I hope. That seems to be doing pretty darn good. Snake through our farmyard. And of course, every morning I've been bringing the wool down. I still think we got cotton in there, which, yeah, the sheep, I just don't think are producing as much wool as they used to. And I really can't see in the enhanced animal mod to where the production of the animals go down until they reach a certain age, which we have not reached yet. It's a shame the water silos didn't work for the cows, although this is not that difficult to come in here and just fill it up with some water when I can just do this. There we go. The cows didn't run out of water last night, did they? No, they got 39,000 liters left. I know it says 1,039,000,000, but just ignore that. We will top them off. And how much milk did they got in there now? 18,000. All right, so that can stay there. They got a good amount of food. So the animals are all set until October. Yeah, this small sheep pen, I got to feed them every day. As you can see, their trough holds 3,000 and they consume 2,000 per month. So got to keep them up. And of course, the cows are now at 70,000. And yeah, if it held 140,000, then they can go 2 months, but they can't. They can only go 1 month and a half. So got to feed them every month also. We'll top the cows off with their water. Alright, so they are good with that. We'll leave it full of water, or what water's left into it will drop off the tanker there. Let's go grab the flatbed, and we'll head up to the dairy production. We'll grab the butter and the cheese, it's all going to the farmer's market, which is down by the store. I should check on the raisins. I know it says October is the best month, but what is the price? $15.79. That is better than, and the price looks like it's dropping. But that's going to the market stall. Hang on a second. The butter. All right, raisins to the market stall. How about, where are the raisins here? Raisins. All right, so I think I'll grab them and we'll bring everything to the farmer's market because the price difference isn't that much. So it all looks good. So let me go grab the flatbed and I'll meet you over at the dairy production. Well, not too sure what's going on with courseplay on this map on the last two harvests with this harvester in general. As you can see, I'm leaving space there. I did double check the settings here, and tool offset is at 0. Working with this 12, it's at the center. So I'm not sure why I am missing, or it's missing as much as it is. It did it last year on the soybeans, and now it's doing it here on the sunflowers. I'll just let it continue doing what it's doing, because I mean, it is getting some work done, but I'm going to have to go back around and pick up the rows that it's kind of missing, which is, yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on there. I just use, I use courseplay with the root crop harvester on the vegetable fields and such. Had no issues whatsoever with there, so I'm not really sure why. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know. But anyways, the combine need to be unloaded. Not quite up to the dairy production yet, but I'll be there in just a moment. So we do have a decent amount of butter and cheese over here. Wonder if I'll have enough room for everything that's here, along with everything that's up at the vineyard. Probably not with the vineyard, because there's a lot of the white grape juice that's up there. So that's all the butter and cheese that we have. Make the tight corner. All right, let's get to the vineyard. We'll at least auto-load the raisins. I may have to make another trip up to get the white grapes. Or not the white grapes, but the white grape juice. So the vineyard I haven't been to in a while, as we know, because we stopped doing the grapes this year. So I really don't know exactly how many raisins are up there, but only one way to find out. As I make my way up here, don't really miss being over here that much, honestly. The first few years, enjoyed it. The middle years, it's like, okay, it's a job that needs to be done. In the last couple of years I did it, was like, oh, I'm over here again. Alright, let's swing around and see what I can grab here. And then I'll have to see how many barrels of white grape juice that we have. Oh, not close enough to get the ones in the back. Alright, well, we'll see when these spawn, see if I can keep up with them, rather than having to wait for them. As we are waiting for them now. Maybe that's all there was. I have no idea. But the second I get out of the truck to check to see if there's any more in storage, that's when they start. There we go. Okay, that's a lot more raisins than I thought, but that's all the raisins that are going to spawn. So I am going to start moving some stuff around here. I will see you in a little bit. Don't judge the look of the load, it's what it brings in. Got real messy. I tried to get all the wine barrels on there. Could not happen. And as I was loading it, the frame rate started to tank, so I think some of these pallets are loaded into one another. I did knock off some raisins. Got to go up and get some more pallets here, but this is load number 1. Also, in the meantime, the harvesting for the sunflower field finished, and I actually went around and already took care of all the pieces that it missed. It's all in the trailer. I need to bring that down ASAP to the oil mill so I can start making, of course, sunflower oil. You want to sell those wine barrels, please? Am I not actually in the trigger? All right, don't trigger me, but get in the trigger. All right, so 181,000. I hope I can get up to 200,000. That'd be great. But back up, I'll grab some more of the raisins, and the rest of the wine barrels will take me a little bit. And then we just got to grab the Lamborghini and bring the sunflower oil, as I mentioned, down to the mill. And then I think I'm done with September. We can move on to October, but after we repay back some of this loan. Well, definitely not 200,000. Well, sorry, 20,000, not 200,000. Wow, $20,000 worth of grape juice and raisins on here. Maybe 10. Can I get 10? Okay, that was actually kind of surprising. How about 15,230? That's pretty darn good. I'm going to bring this back to production lane and grab the Lamborghini. Well, this will be the last time I'm driving down this section of the road here in Tuscany. Does this actually connect up to the restaurant somehow? I always thought it did, but maybe it doesn't. Now, the restaurant is like more over that way. I thought there'd be like a river or a canal somehow connecting them. Doesn't look like it. But either way, get these sunflowers in to start making some sunflower oil. That way we get more chips. So I'll have to turn on this production. This one's always a little tricky to kind of get around the corner but also stay in the trigger. If I can find the trigger. Oh, I'm not on the trailer. Why is it not on the trailer? That's why. Interesting. But either way, now it's going in. Alrighty, and now productions. Where is the oil production here? Somewhere. There we go. Sunflower oil, activate. And that should be on distributing automatically, which it is. Looks like we are done with the oats that we harvested, turning into flour. So that's all up to Rosa at this point. Strawberries, they're getting a little bit. I think our distributor for the greenhouses still has material in it. It just doesn't distribute them that, yeah, it doesn't have that much left into it. We're not going to worry about it at this point. And then next month we'll get the soy flour up and going. But everything is looking good. Yeah, these are just waiting for sunflower oil, which we just ran out of not long ago. And that'll get everything going there. So yeah, I'm actually going to bring this setup here over to the soybean field because we're going to need that here in just a matter of a few minutes. Well, I got the speed turned up. This is our soybean field right here, so I'll be harvested, like I said, in just a few moments. Trying to get our wind turbine to bring in some money in, and it is, but it must be a very calm day because I haven't even made a few $1,000s yet. Trying to get up to 200,000, which, there we go, now we finally did. All right, we can slow down time of speed. What is the weather? It's probably not that breezy. 2 miles an hour or 2 kilometers. I'm going to say probably kilometers an hour is what it's going at for wind. Wind next month, 3. December will be a good month at 7. February will be a good month at 8. But at that point, yeah, we're getting close to almost being out of here. But $200,000. Let's go ahead and just give it all that we have. And the wind turbine will bring us in a little bit overnight, not a whole lot. So there we are. We're almost down to $1.5 million loan left. But that will save us some on the loan interest. Let's go ahead and sleep until... Yeah, we'll sleep until 8. Because we got to make sure the animals are all set and fed. I mean, they should be fine at 8 o'clock. in the morning. Hopefully it's not raining, and it's not. And we do wake up with a little bit extra cash in the bank account. So we're almost down to 0. Now we got like 3,000. Or, I don't know. I thought we went to bed with this very little. But yeah, we got 3,000. And where's the loan interest? I may have missed it. Oh, loan interest is 5,133. So saved about 600 bucks overnight. Not too bad. All right, let's go get the cotton harvester and also the sugar beet harvester up and going. And we're going to be harvesting the soybean field ourselves. Just because, as we saw course play lately with that harvester, the New Holland harvester, not sure what's going on with it, leaving a little bit of extra around on the field. But this should be all set, ready to go, this lovely machine. And I will get the all the way up to the corner done at least. Alright, so here is roughly where we start the course. Create job. Yes. Right there. I think I want to do 4 headlands. I think I've been saying 3, and it doesn't quite work out because of the trees down here. So we'll do that many. And then I will pick up any missed pieces later on, probably between episodes. But this harvest should be done during this episode, I would think. Possibly. Have to wait and see. It may take longer to harvest this field than I think. And next up will be the cotton harvester. Now, if I still got cotton in the spinnery, that pretty much tells me that the sheep are not making as much wool as they have in the past. Because the cotton fields, without precision farming and crop rotation turned on, the field should be yielding pretty much the same every year. It's not like a hidden magic trick going on there. Alright, you should be all set. Let me check on the production of the spinnery. It's going to be out of wool for sure, unless we did run out of cotton. Where is... Alright, so we actually did run out of cotton. Okay, so it's pretty close to where it should be then. Alright, I don't want to say that's fine. We never want to run out of that stuff. But let's jump into here. Oh, okay, so the repair is done. Oh no, the engine won't fire up. As you guys mentioned, and it reminded me, if I reload it... Wait, is there cotton in here? 26 liters. So I don't know if that would reset that. If I reload it... There we go. This kind of like resets it like back to the store, but it won't actually bring it back to the store. Gotta love the Easy Developer mod, and I hope that mod comes out relatively quick when FS25 comes out, because it is a great help not having to do some of the extra things that we have to do sometimes to get things to work. Okay, you did turn. I want to make sure you do turn. You see that car flicker when it goes on the corner. I think that's what happens to me when I get right behind it. I've never seen traffic on other maps do that, only here in Tuscany. Must be, no, the wine drinkers on the road probably doing that. Nope, let me get around. Nope, don't you dare. Alright, we'll start unfolding it. In some ways, it looks like it's actually folding up, but it's actually unfolding. Oh yeah, better turn on automatic drop. Alright, and we get another Frank working here. Let's come on down to here and create job. And I think 2 headlands for you is good. 1% overlap is fine. And off you go. How did the potato chips do overnight in production? Did we get enough oil over there? Okay, that is going. Potato chips are going to be down here then. Yes, we're piling up the sunflower oil. Good. And we're getting through the potato chips, and we got some in storage. What are the sales like for today? Anything that's really excellent. So we're just going to scroll on down. So potato chips and some preserved food is looking pretty good. And the soup is starting to look pretty good as well. Am I backing up the storage on the soup yet? Not even close. Preserved food. Yeah, the preserved food. This gets through the material pretty quick and stores it pretty quick. Or not stores it, but fills up with storage quick. The soup, I don't know. It just seems like it's a lot slower. 144 cycles a month, 240 cycles a month. Now, that could be why. That answers some of the questions. As for the animals, how we looking there? Yeah, they're fine for a little while. And you're fine for a little while as well. And the cows are good for a little while also. Everything's looking good. So they can handle themselves while I get some harvesting done. Speaking of which, we need this. Who's blocked by an object? Hey, I thought we took care of this problem. Nope, you're on the wrong path. Nice try. No, I want you on this path here. There we go. That's better. Let me jump back over to here. Alright, so the sunflower header we do not want. The other header is already over at the yeah, I've been doing that quite a bit this episode. Sunflower soybeans. It's already over at the soybean field. Because I was prepping for that. I had the harvester over there and the trailer over there, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, I got sunflowers to harvest yet this year. That's going to be coming for soybeans. Yeah, I'm still doing it. Let's see here. Let's try to get this somewhat lined up. And that's going to auto snap, which it does. All right, off to the soybean field. There we go, I said it. And we will harvest the soybeans, and shouldn't have to worry about the cotton harvester. That's going to auto drop the modules on the ground. And the only thing I may have to keep track of is the root crop harvester. Hopefully it doesn't get blocked by an object, or at some point it will get full. Alright, so probably here, instead of course play, I'm actually going to do something I haven't done that often in FS22, and that's just hire an in-game worker. Oh, and you're going to go off at that angle? I don't like that too much either. Alright, I have to try it though, just because, but it hasn't worked the last two harvests. Let's see what a course play worker is going to do here. Create job. Okay, the right vehicle, just making sure. Yeah, okay. And 2 headlands. I'm just double checking everything that I possibly can. Don't know what I'm overlooking here. I mean, the course looks good. And already, I know it's not going to work. So, the heck with that. Because if I got to go around and do the field anyways, may as well do it myself. Even though it's going to take me a while, I was going to go run off and sell some stuff. But, you know, sometimes if you want a job done, I guess you got a job to get it done right. You got to do it yourself. Well, at least the way you want it done. Not saying the way you want to do it is the right way, but all right. I'm going to quit rambling and get on with the soybean harvest. As you may have seen in that time lapse, I had to go over and take care of Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I mean, my workers. Sugar beet harvester was full. I haven't got a message yet. I thought they would be full again before I got this field done. But so far, no message. And the other worker, the cotton field worker, yeah, I kind of forgot that maybe a module will get in the way. So I had to go over there and load that onto the trailer. I need to get that over to the spinnery. You also may have noticed that we got 3 sheep and 1 calf over here in this field. I hope that when they're over here, that I hope they're actually still producing wool and milk. Well, I mean, obviously the calf is not going to produce milk. But if a cow is also elsewhere on the map, I hope they're producing the way they should be. Don't know why they're spawning over here, but they are. But either way, the soybean field is just about done with harvesting. And we'll bring this down to the grain mill to be made into soy flour. And then Rosa can get started on the soy noodles. And we'll quickly check on the workers. I'm guessing the sugar beet harvester is waiting for me to go over and unload it. It wasn't giving me the message when it said, I think it said worker was blocked. I thought it was going to be the sugar beet harvester was blocked by one of the trees, and it wasn't. But when I was there, I'm like, well, you're just about full, so I might as well go ahead and take care of you. And then I'll take care of the module for the cotton harvester. But it wasn't giving me the message that it was full. It was like 95% full, and it was just sitting there. So it might be doing the same thing again. Let's go ahead and have a look. While this is unloading here, let's go have a look to see what's going on over here. Well, the cotton harvest is moving, but the sugar beet harvester is not. Yeah, it's not giving me the message that it needs to be unloaded. It's not 100% full, but at the rate that this machine goes, I think the course play stops it because it would overfill it. No big deal. This takes me a second to whip on down here and dump this on down. Of course, I will at some point get the sugar beet cutter and get the cut sugar beet into the sugar plant. But I did that in August, so the plant is going to be somewhat full-ish. Where's the sugar? Yeah, still doing pretty good. But while I'm in here, let's go ahead and do this now. So it's going to be this one here, soybean flour. We will activate that, and then we'll activate soy noodles. We'll activate that. Ooh, I need to empty that out so we can get more room for soy pasta, although she's almost through all of it. But yeah, I'll take care of some of that in between episodes. I'm actually going to be recording the next episode right after this one. No time to spend, no time to waste. So I'll get right into it. But I will get some of the work done. This harvest should be done, and that harvest over there is just about done. But we'll be harvesting near the end of the other cotton field over there. And then it's just time to sell everything, basically, is what we will be doing. I didn't tell the engine to shut off. It's kind of, I find it kind of weird in FS22. Sometimes you step away from a vehicle, leave the engine running, and you come back and the engine's still running. And other times you do what I just did and the engine's off. So, I don't know. But that combine's been acting kind of weird. Course play and that is not setting up correctly. As you can see, the sugar beet harvester and the cotton module harvester, they're not like missing parts of the crops when I set it up. So There's got to be a setting there that I'm overlooking, that I'm usually not, something I'm not usually adjusting. Something there is amiss. But anyways, let's get on down to the mill and dump these soybeans in. Yep, next episode is the final of Hills of Tuscany. As for the series after this one, couldn't tell you. I just haven't had a look into it. But I mean, basically, I'm recording this is on a Sunday morning, and this won't be out until, well, this episode will be out on Tuesday, but I'll be recording Thursday's episode on Sunday, so I'll have a little bit of time. I don't know if I'll have an episode out on Sunday for it, but I've been thinking about maybe taking just a couple days off from doing a little bit of farm sim, other than, of course, Western Australia. But we'll see. I always say I want to take... What am I doing here? Like a moron. I almost sold the soybeans. I don't want to be... I mean, last time I said I was going to take some time off. And I did. Because I wanted to get right into this series. And same with Western Australia. I thought I'd take a little time off in between series again. Nope, couldn't wait to get started. And probably once I find the right map, I'll be like, oh, I can't wait to get started. And I won't take any time off either. So who knows? All right, let's actually get this into the mill here. As for all the equipment, I'll probably be leaving it right where it is. There's only a few pieces of equipment I'll need, like the truck. And maybe the New Holland T8. There it goes. Because I got to keep feeding the animals, and I'll be using the New Holland 130 to transport the wool from the sheep down to the spinnery. Alright, we can turn the beacons off. And that will still go down with the engine off. It will. Perfect. Let's just jump over here quickly. And we might as well grab the modules that are in the field over here. Make a trip count. How many more are left? I think I can grab 4. So that just leaves, well, the sugar beet field that we're currently harvesting, and now the workers done here. One more cotton field, and that's all the harvesting we got in Tuscany. And next episode probably won't be as long as this one. I think this one's going to be quite long. But maybe after I've been recording for 2 hours. I've actually been on the map. How long have I been on here? I did a lot of work before I started recording. I'm kind of curious here. Oh, wow. Yeah, no wonder why it's a late. It's a it's a long day already. A lot of work in between episodes, but either way, we are progressing nicely, and the loan is almost paid off. But let's go get these cotton modules in the spinnery. I think you might be able to finish that without getting full, but if you do, no big deal. Oh yeah, also take care of the animals in between episodes as well. Top them off with feed. And get the wool down here. So the clothing is very key. I was actually thinking, way it was going, like, oh, I don't know if I... Because I want just the clothing to be able to pay it off in April. But I was like, geez, if I don't have enough money, then I may... we could sell some candy. But I'm thinking we're not going to have to sell any candy at all. Those should be taken directly. There we go. Because it's 1.5 million that we owe. The pasta is going to bring us in like 200,000-ish. And currently, if we look at the clothing, We're near 500,000 right now, and it's only October, and we got the production back up and running. But there we are. October is near the finish line here. Just a little bit more work to do, and we can move on. And then the big sale in December of pasta, potato chips, soup, all that kind of stuff. Then we can zip on all the way to April and sell some clothing and probably some more potato chips, soup, and preserved food. But anyways, if you made it this far in the video, might want to think about giving it a like if you did enjoy what you saw. Helps out the channel and the video more than you know. And while you're down there, if you haven't done so, might want to hit that subscribe and notification bell as well to catch more content like this. But that is going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you again one more time right here in the hills of Tuscany. But until then, have a good one.